Hello and welcome to another tutorial. For the Fallout 4 announcement, I've been doing a few Fallout props recently. So this is the next of them. It's going to be a Nuka grenade. So what you need for this is a tin can, preferably one which you have to open with a can opener so it doesn't have a tab on it. You're going to need a bit of masking tape and a Sharpie pen. You're going to want black and red wire. Now this is actually electrical wire from an AV cable, which is the wire which comes on this, which is easy to bend. Now this is actually, it was a straight pipe before, the ones that you get on cans, spray cans like WD-40. Now what you do with this is just hold it over a candle until it gets a bit warm and malleable, and then just bend it into shape until you get it in the right place and it's the right length where you can cut it to size. Now to actually attach them onto the can, I've got these bolts. So that's what they look like close up. I've got 4 of those, and then they'll get glued on there, like that, and then that'll be glued inside of it. Now for the top bit, there's a sort of a plunger type thing. I've seen people make these, and the bit on the top, they do it as a pull out grenade bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it as a push down activator, because that's what it looks like to me. Using this, which if you're younger you might not know what it is, but it's part of an AV cable. So I've just cut that off at the end, and then I'm going to butcher it a little bit and show you how to do it. You're also going to want a nail, but I don't have one of those right now. Getting started on it. Alright, so first thing that you're going to want to do is get some of your masking tape. Now you're going to go around roughly 3 times. So you get one straight and then do a couple like that. But don't do too much, that's about enough. So maybe 2.5 times round. Alright, so with Sharpie, you're going to want to write danger on one side and radiation on the other one. Okay, so do it quite rough, because that's how it looks in the game. Alright, another nice thing that you can do is go over a couple of letters, just a couple of times like that, to give it two Ds. Alright. Alright, so for this bit, you're going to want your hot glue gun. So what I'm going to do is get one of the bolts and glue it on the top. And then I'm going to put glue inside the hole of the bolt and then press that down. And then I can figure out where I need the other bolt to go. Because if I glue both bolts on, and I might not know exactly where it's going to be, and I might end up having to stretch it awkwardly and it won't look good. So, using a little bit of glue, putting on the bolts now for the hot glue. So figure out whereabouts you want it, and then just put a little bit of a scratch in. Just helps the hot glue grip a little bit better. And then put it about where you want it. And then get the nozzle and put it directly in the hole of the bolt. And then squeeze out your glue. And then while it's still hot, get one of your wires and press it in there. And then just sort of hold it in place until it cools down a little bit. Alright, so for the side, we're going to measure it whereabouts the wire goes and put a scratch in. If it goes on the masking tape, don't worry, just do it straight on top of it. But line it up whereabouts you want it. And then squeeze out your glue and then press the wire in again. And hold until it's cooled down and hardened up a bit. So pretty much with the other wire, do it in the exact same way, just a little bit further to the side. So those have hardened up now and pretty steady, and they look cool. So now for the plunger bit, the way I'm going to do it is take that AV cable and I'm going to cut off this end here. I'm going to cut that completely off. I'm going to take out all this metal bit here, basically just so it's the plastic minus that bit. So I can just use the cutting bit of the pliers just to cut that plastic off, and then if you grab it on the end bit and just pull, it comes out relatively easy. Alright, so here where it's shaped a bit like the bolt, I'm going to keep that, but where the rounded bit is, that's all going to go. So use some scissors or a craft knife to just cut that bit off. And then that goes bang in the middle like that. Alright, so I've changed my mind and gone with the white one instead, but still do the same thing to it. And then the sort of nail I've got is very broad head but with a short nail bit, so that when it's in it doesn't go through. There is a hole from where the wire went, but it's very tight, so depending on what size nail you want, you might need to hammer it in. So get something to hold it in place, and then you can decide how far down you want it. Alright, so take that thing that you've just made, and then you're going to want to glue it directly in the centre at the top. Again, you're going to use your hot glue to attach this on top, so put a nice blob on top there, and also do some on the inside. And then place it straight down on top of it, and then hold it in place until it hardens up and then stuck fast. Alright, and then that is finished now. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turns out actually. It was easier than I thought it would be. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. So this is tagged at the end because it doesn't really warrant its own video, but it's still cool to show. So what it is Greasy Prospector's pork and beans tin can. So I've taken a tin can with a popper this time, and I've done just a little bit of painting to make it look a little bit rusted, but not too bad. And then I printed this out, link in the description as well to where I found it, and you want to print that out and make sure it fits within both rooms there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just take tacky glue and run it all down the back. I'm going to take a glue spreader and just spread it around a little bit, taking care to get it as close to the edge as I can on both of these long ends. So once you're happy with that, starting at the serial number side, you want to lay it flat on the tin. Just press it down. And then you want to just go down and press it on. Try and keep it within straight as well. Alright, just so that it doesn't peel up too easily, I'm going to take a little bit of Mod Podge and just run it across that seam little area. Alright, and then hopefully this will it won't be too shiny, but it'll help it stay glued down a bit easier. Alright, and then I can leave that to dry, and that's done. So quick, easy one is that one, just to add onto the shelf. Not bad. Here's another couple of tutorials you might be interested in. There's the buff out, and Mentats also from the Fallout universe.